The role of parenting is often not performed as effectively as it could be. Parents, have you delved into how to effectively govern your kids, guiding their will and impulses? It's crucial to direct young minds towards relying on God for support. Merely instructing, do this or do that, without follow-through or remembering your directives, leads to kids neglecting your requests. Facilitate an environment where your child happily follows your guidance. Encourage them to lean on Jesus. Instill in them the habit of seeking the Lord's assistance in life's minor tasks, to be alert to small duties needing attention, and to contribute positively at home. If you don't educate them, be warned, for Satan is eager to plant the seeds of discord in their hearts. Has God given you the joy and challenge of motherhood? You need to master effective strategies and develop a knack for guiding your little ones to walk in God's path. Strive for personal growth in intellect and spirit, bringing a peaceful demeanor and loving heart to your children's upbringing. Instill in them noble aspirations and a love for integrity and sanctity. As God's humble follower, learn from Christ's teachings. Continually enhance your abilities to provide the most comprehensive, exemplary guidance at home through both instruction and example. The impact of a calm and firm approach is often underestimated, especially with infants. A frazzled, impatient caregiver often leads to a fussy child, while a soothing demeanor can calm a baby's nerves. Theoretical knowledge is less useful unless applied practically, yet blindly adopting even the best suggestions without careful consideration can backfire. Not all advice fits every mother's situation or each child's unique personality and needs. A mother should thoughtfully analyze others' experiences, discern the differences from her practices, and judiciously trial those seeming genuinely beneficial. Since ancient times, education has been a priority among the faithful in Israel. The Lord commanded that children, from a young age, be taught about His benevolence and majesty, particularly through His law and Israel's history. Parents used songs, prayers, and age-appropriate scripture lessons to embed the notion that God's law mirrors His character. Imbibing these laws meant etching God's image onto their very being. Education in homes and schools was largely verbal, but young people also learned to read Hebrew texts, delving into the Old Testament on parchment scrolls. Parents must teach their children with kindness and warmth, establishing themselves as the guiding force, not to be overruled by their offspring. They should stress the importance of obedience, noting that an unoccupied, restless mind can easily succumb to negative influences. Children require guidance, protection from wrongdoing, and must be won over with gentleness, steered towards good actions. Parents, your role is critical for your children's eternal well-being. How you educate them is key. Avoid scolding. It's ineffective. Engage with them, respecting their intelligence. Treat them with kindness and love, and guide them towards God's expectations, training them to collaborate with Him. When you fulfill your role, trust in the Lord to do His. Mothers should invest time in discussing with their children, rectifying mistakes, and patiently steering them right. Diversifying teaching methods is crucial in youth education, engaging their higher mental faculties. Few understand the mind's needs and how to guide the evolving thoughts and emotions of the young. Start early education outdoors. Let children play outside, absorb nature's beauty, and understand God's love through it. Begin with simple lessons from nature, then gradually introduce book-based learning, cementing it in their memory. Engaging in agriculture is beneficial for young people. It connects them directly with nature and the divine. Thus, schools should ideally have vast gardens and cultivation areas, offering students this invaluable experience. Such an education aligns with God's instructions for teaching the young. For the child or youth who struggles with traditional book learning, finding it taxing and hard to retain, exploring nature can be particularly beneficial. The knowledge gained from nature is enduring, as it's linked to the everyday world around them. Parents play a vital role in education by breaking down lessons into short, engaging segments, and teaching through both words and actions. When parents commit to this approach, the Lord enhances their effectiveness as educators. Say it simply. Say it often. Keep instructions concise and focused. If there's a lot to convey, do it in small, frequent doses. Brief, sporadic insights are more impactful than lengthy lectures, which can overwhelm young minds. Just as overeating can make one averse to food, too much talking can make children resent even spiritual lessons. People can become saturated with excessive speaking. Encourage kids to think independently. Beyond just learning facts, they should learn to interpret and discover truths on their own. Engage them with questions about their gardening experiences or the beauty of a landscape. Why are fields and woods not just one dull color? When they pick flowers, discuss why we still have such beauty post-Eden. Highlight how nature reflects God's consideration for our needs and joy. Guide youthful energy wisely. Parents shouldn't suppress their children's liveliness, but should steer it constructively. Just like vines need proper support to grow effectively, children's activities should be directed towards positive physical and mental development. Give them tasks that foster advancement in both these areas. Cultivating helpfulness from a young age is essential. Once children are physically and mentally ready, they should start helping around the house. Encouraging them to assist their parents, prioritize others, seek ways to be kind to siblings, friends, and those in need enriches their character. When a home is filled with this spirit of service, it naturally develops in children, teaching them the joy of serving and sacrificing for others. Parents should guide their children in fulfilling their family responsibilities. This experience is invaluable, teaching them to focus beyond their own desires and pleasures. Consistently guiding them to be an active part of the family unit is crucial. In the journey of parenting, take cues from nature. To grow a beautiful plant, gardeners use gentle, frequent care, not force. This method involves nurturing and protecting the plant, allowing it to thrive. Similarly, parents should gently and lovingly shape their children's characters, inspired by the character of Christ. A common mistake in raising children is excessive pampering. This leads to selfishness and ineffectiveness, especially in handling small, daily tasks. Children must learn the importance of character strength through regular, modest duties. Success in significant tasks comes from fidelity in smaller ones. Character and the ability to exert effort and energy are built gradually, preparing one for larger responsibilities. Children with talents and personal appeal need careful guidance. Their gifts, if not properly directed, can become detrimental, leading to vanity and unpreparedness for life's sober realities and higher aspirations. Give children minimal notice and let them entertain themselves. Avoid presenting them as witty or wise prodigies to others, and keep them grounded in their childhood simplicity. Excessive attention and praise often lead to forward, bold behavior. Balance your feedback without undue criticism or overwhelming praise to avoid nurturing negative traits. Parents, enrich your family life with meaningful literature. Set aside time for family reading sessions, where everyone can relax and learn together. Replace less enriching reading habits with family study time, benefiting especially those accustomed to light reading. In parenting, it's crucial to actively guide and mold your children for their future. Merely providing for their physical needs and worldly education isn't enough. Many parents, preoccupied with work or leisure, miss out on actively shaping their children to use their talents honorably. Remember, it's about training, not just telling, as exemplified in the wisdom of Solomon's words. Educating children requires more than academic knowledge. It involves developing their physical, intellectual, and moral faculties. This holistic approach demands parents and teachers to be well-versed in nurturing temperance, kindness, and piety, balancing duties to self, others, and God. Training children differs significantly from training animals. It's about encouraging self-control, rather than mere obedience. A child's will should be guided by reason and conscience, not suppressed to the point of losing individuality. Fostering self-reliance and strengthening weaker traits helps develop a balanced, well-rounded character. The Bible should be a foundational text in a child's education. Parents are to use its teachings as a life guide, imparting knowledge of God's character and principles. By integrating these lessons, children learn justice, judgment, and develop a relationship with God. Parents should be well-versed in both the promises and reproofs of the Bible. When correcting children, use scriptural guidance, emphasizing the value of divine approval over worldly praise. Gently and consistently lead them to Christ, making this your foremost responsibility. The Bible's lessons shape character when applied practically. Timothy's upbringing under Apostle Paul's guidance exemplifies this. Building a noble character requires consistent character shaping during youth and adherence to divine principles. The Bible's teachings should be presented as a delightful subject within the family. Children, understanding they are valued by God, should be raised with controlled propensities and subdued tempers. This nurturing should be done with kindness and patience, making God's love an enjoyable family topic. For the timid child, the Bible offers reassurance through its stories. Teach them about God's protective presence, illustrated in stories like Elisha's angelic protection, Peter's miraculous prison escape, and Paul's assurance during a storm. These stories were written not just for admiration, but to inspire faith in God's power in our lives. Teach your children to trust in God, exemplifying this through biblical examples like the story of the 4 Hebrew children in Daniel's time. Their steadfast principles had a significant positive influence. Parents should simplify Bible lessons for children, ensuring they are easily understood. These teachings should be a guiding principle in their lives, providing lasting benefit even when they are away from their parents and homes.